Imbibers, a very good evening to all of you. Once again, we are here with the another topic from the sexual reproduction of flowering plants. Yes, we are about to complete this chapter. Yes, in a while. So, today we are going to discuss about the post-fertilization events. In the previous lecture, we have discussed about the seed formation. We have discussed in today the seed and the fruit formation after the fertilization. We have seen that how the dicot plants and the monocot plants developed after the fertilization. Yes. So children, once again we are here. Let me introduce you to myself. I am Anam Khan. I will be your botany expert for the session 2022 and 2023, and we are going to discuss all the amazing important chapters related to the plant. Yes, after I get over with this sexual reproduction in flowering plants, we will start with the very important, absolutely important chapter, which is the molecular basis of inheritance. Yes, I'll be starting with that chapter. I know it is very interesting chapter. We're going to start with that. I have already scheduled your classes on the Embibe app, so please do join us on the Embibe app. Do register for the upcoming classes so you never miss an update. And Embibe app gives you an ability to attend or attempt the pre-class workouts or basically post-class activities. Yes, for that it is going to basically make easier for you, so that you know that what is going to be taught in the class, and after the session gets over you do the past Embibe classes so that you know whether you have understood the concept or not. So please do join us on the Embibe app. Without wasting any time, let me start this today's session, which is about the seed and fruit formation. Yes, we are almost on the verge of completion of this chapter. This chapter also, if you ever wanted to give your NEET examination in future, this chapter also holds a very good weightage. It's absolutely very important, and I will say this is the easiest chapter of your board examination as am I concerned about it. Yes, this is very easy chapter, according to your board examination. Yes, little bit conceptual, more of a like interesting thing, so you just have to remember about thing. I think you should compare it with the 11th standard botany, which was all about learning and learning. Yes, the 12th is of course easier when it comes to biology. Yes, let's start our today's chapter, seeing what we have to learn today. Chapter stands for the sexual reproduction in flowering plants. The topics to be covered in this chapter would be we have already covered all the chapters. We are on the last, we are still on the seed and the fruit development and the seed formation, and after this session we are going to discuss about the apomixis and the polyembryony also. Yes, so this is all about today's. Yes, we have already covered all these chapters, yes, related to your particular board examination. Next, today's concept would be totally related to the seed and the fruit formation. What kind of a seed is present and what kind of a fruit is developed after the fertilization. So yeah, these are the concepts to be covered, which involve seed of a plant, seed coat, albuminous seed, non-albuminous seed, perisperm, dormancy, fruit, type of fruit, false fruit, true fruit, parthenocarpy, and the advantages of seed. All these concepts will be covered in today's lecture. So let's have a quick recap what we have studied in the previous lecture. Yes, we have seen after the fertilization, the egg cell fusion with the male gamete leads to the formation of zygote, which eventually develops into an embryo, and the secondary nucleus, which is the primary endosperm nucleus. Yes, the formation of endosperm also precedes the development of the embryo. The developing embryo passes through different stages. Yes, proembryo, globular embryo, heart-shaped embryo before maturity. We have discussed that. A mature dicotyledons have two cotyledons and embryonal axis with an epicotyle and a hypocotyle, and embryos of monocotyledons have a single cotyledon for the development of the shoot system and the root system. Yes, in detail we have already discussed. The past Embibe classes are already there on your dashboard, so if you have missed any session related to it, you can watch it whenever you have time. So this is a quick recap we have discussed about these things in the previous chapter. Okay, let's see what we have in today's session talking about the seed and the fruit formation. You know, is fertilization necessary for the fruit formation? What do you think? Is fertilization necessary for the fruit formation? Absolutely yes or no also, because there are, on the basis of fertilization, we have divided into two types. We have divided fruits into two types. We will discuss about it. But first of all, let me know what you think, that is fertilization important for the fruit formation. We will discuss that only in detail. Yes, talking about the fruit formation, yes, first of all the seed. Every fruit has a seed and all of you have seen seeds. What is a seed? So children, if I talk about the seed, the final product of the sexual reproduction, angiospermic families are told to be the most advanced flowering family because they have seeds covered inside the ovary. They have covered seeds. Yes, unlike the gymnosperm which have naked seeds. So children, these seeds are nothing when the ovules which are left will convert into these seeds. So that is why the final product of sexual reproduction is of course seed, because eventually the seed will germinate into a new plant. Yes, so it is a fertilized ovule and formed inside the fruits. The parts of the seeds are seed coats, cotyledons, embryonal axis. We have discussed about it. Yes, these are very important 3 parts. Talking about the seed coat, what is a seed coat? Coat is a covering only. So, developed from the integuments, you know there is a layer of integuments. Yes, integuments of the ovule. Seed coat is made up of outer layer which is called testa and the inner layer which is called tegmen. The seed coat, outer layer testa, inner layer tegmen. The seed coat have 2 layers. Outer integuments develop into testa, inner integuments of the ovule develops into tegmen. Very simple. So, these are the seed coat. Next, which is the cotyledon. What is a cotyledon? Talking about the cotyledon, the embryonic leaves that store food. Yes, you know monocot have a single cotyledon, dicot have a 2 cotyledons, plumule and radical. Monocot have single cotyledon, develops into a root system and a shoot system. What it have? It has your aileron layer, there is an endosperm. Yes, it is for the nourishment of the whole food. The food is there for the nourishment. Next we have embryo axis. What is the function of the embryo axis? It is nothing, it is just an absolute imaginary axis that divides the embryo into 2 parts. Yes, one of the axis give rise to a plumule and the other end develops into a radical. So children, you know even if there is a single cotyledon, it develops into a fruit system and a shoot system. So this embryonal axis is nothing but we assume that it is an imaginary axis which lead to the differentiation between the plumule and the radical. The plumule eventually develops into a shoot system while the radical develops into a root system. So these are the 3 most important parts of the seed. You should remember, first is the seed coat, next is the cotyledon, the third is the embryo axis. Yes, outer layer testa, inner layer tegmen. Outer integuments will convert into a testa, inner integuments will convert into tegmen. Please remember, this question might comes up very often. Yes, how the seed coats, how the integuments of the ovule divide. Outer integuments develop into what? Inner integuments develop into what? Yes, so children, what is the function of the seed coat? It is very general. Whenever there is a coat, we assume that coat is for the protection only. The seed coat provide protection to the seed and the cotyledon reserves the food for their germination, for the growth and development of the seed. So this is all about the seed which basically develop, which is the end product of the or the final product of the sexual reproduction. Clear? Moving forward, talking more about it, next we have the types of seed. Please, this is very simple, I know, but you have to remember this is a little confusing. We have endospermic seeds, then we have non-endospermic seeds. Very simple, let's see what is the difference between the endospermic seeds and the non-endospermic seeds. Talking about the endospermic seeds, we have this kind of a seed which is called endospermic seed. There is an alternative also name, the endospermic seeds, also known as albuminous seeds. Yes, you can understand endosperm, non-endosperm. Endosperm is what? Is your endosperm which is gives nourishment. Yes, so some seeds actually after growing also or during the development, they retain the part of endosperms. Retain means the endosperm is still present for the growth and development and it is not fully consumed. Yes, they have remaining part of the endosperm. That is why these seeds are known as endospermic seeds and these seeds are known as albuminous seed. The example in which the endosperm still retain is wheat, maize, barley and castor. These are the seeds which are known as endospermic seed, also known as albuminous seed. Please always remember the examples are very important: the wheat, the maize, the barley and the castor. So this is what your endospermic seed, this is how it basically looks like, because the endosperm is still persisting inside the seed. Yes, it is not fully consumed. So endospermic seed slash albuminous seed means the endosperm is still retaining. Next we have the non-endospermic seeds. Let's see what we have. Non-endospermic seed, all of you have seen. What is this? Yes, peas. All of you have seen peas at your home. What is peas? Peas are non-endospermic seed. Non, the word is also very clear. The seeds which have endosperm retaining are called albuminous. The seeds which do not have endosperm retaining, they are called non-albuminous. Very simple, or we can also call it as X-albuminous seed. Yes, the endosperm is completely consumed during the embryo formation for the growth, for the nourishment. The endosperm is completely consumed, so there is no endosperm left. Yes, so those seeds in which the endosperm is completely consumed during the growth, during the formation of an embryo, those seeds are called X-albuminous, non-albuminous or non-endospermic seeds. And the examples of such seeds are, as you can see, peas and of course the groundnut. Yes, these are known as non-endospermic, X-albuminous or non-albuminous seed. So now, is the particular difference between two seeds clear? Yes, we know albuminous seed, we know non-albuminous seed. Let's go back and let's see what we have next. We have a quiz. Come on, quickly solve this quiz. Identify the non-endospermic seeds option bubble and connect with the main bubble. Which among them is a non-albuminous seed? Just now we have discussed about it. What are the examples of non-albuminous seed? Yes, what are the examples of non-albuminous seed? Yes, the correct answer for this is nothing. It is, they are non-endospermic seeds, X-albuminous, non-albuminous, in which the endosperm is completely consumed, that is the groundnut and your pea. Yes, moving on to our next topic. Next we have, what is perisperm? Okay, there are non-albuminous seeds, there are albuminous seeds, but there are also perisperm. What is a perisperm? Children, a perisperm, you can see this. What is this? Everybody has this at their home. This is black pepper. And what is this? This is beetroot. Yes, what is a perisperm? A perisperm is nothing, a residue of nucellus present in some seeds. Yes, when the nucellus is basically still present in some residues amount, yes, the nucellus is still present in the residual amount, those seeds are called perisperm. That is what you called perisperm. And the example of this where the nucellus persists, that is what is beetroot and black pepper. Okay, albuminous seed, non-albuminous seed or X-albuminous seed, when we have perisperm seeds. What are perisperm? Perisperm, nothing, it is just the persistent or some traces of nucellus left. Yes, that is what you call perisperm. Examples of a perisperm is beetroot and black pepper. Yes, moving forward, next we have another. Now talking about the fruits. I know everybody loves fruits. What are the fruits? On the basis of, so children, there are fleshy fruits, there are dry fruits, there are true fruits, there are false fruits. So in the initiation, when we started this chapter, I asked that is the formation of the fruit fertilization is necessary for the formation of the fruit? Yes, we'll learn about that here. What is a fruit? The whole ovary. Only a ripened ovary or a fertilized ovary converts into a fruit. Yes, the fruit wall is called pericarp. What is a pericarp? The remainings of, what is a pericarp? The pericarp is the outer wall, the ovary wall. The outer wall is called the ovary wall is called pericarp. We have fleshy fruits. All of you know what are fleshy fruits. Yes, fleshy fruit is when the pericarp is fleshy and the juicy part, the fleshy part of the ovary, this is what you call the fleshy fruits. Next are the dry fruits. Yes, everybody knows what are dry fruits, in which the pericarp is dry, completely dry. Example, groundnut and mustard. The examples of fleshy fruits are, this is something which you already know, guava, orange, mango. In this, the pericarp is completely juicy and very fleshy, and the dry fruits, the pericarp is very dry. So yes, there are fleshy fruits, there are dry fruits, and these fruits are developed from the fertilized ovary or the ripened ovary. Yes, talking more about the fruits, next we have types of fruits. So now you will get to know, is fertilization necessary or not? Yes, talking about the types of fruits, we have true fruits, false fruits, parthenocarpic fruits. Yes, there are three types of fruit existing. One is the true fruits, other is the false fruits, other is the parthenocarpic fruits. Let's click on each image and learn about it. Yes, let's see what a strawberry is made up of. Strawberries are false fruit. So what do you mean by false fruit only? So children, what is false fruit? False fruit, which is of course, as you can see here, cashew, strawberry, apple. Thalamus contain in fruit formation. The whole thalamus is converted into a fruit. You know that thalamus part, the whole thalamus basically, in which the whole part of the ovary is there, that whole thalamus is converted into a fruit formation. And in those fruits where the thalamus is converted into fruit formation, those kind of fruit are known as false fruit, because it does not involve only ovary, it is consisting of a whole thalamus part. Yes, the example of such fruits where the whole thalamus is converted into a fruit, yes, those are known as false fruit, is apple, strawberry, and of course the cashew. Clear? These are called the false fruit. Still we are not talking about the fertilization. Yes, going back, we have the other, we can see, let's see what is banana. Yes, next we have, let's click on this. Okay, I forgot to basically first press on this. Okay, can you say this? Let's talk about the true fruits. We have already talked about the false fruits. Before discussing about the parthenocarpy, let's discuss about the true fruits. What are true fruits? Very simple. After the fertilization, the whole ovary which converts into a fruit, we call them as a true fruit. And the example of such fruits where the ovary is converted into fruit, that is what you called as mango and watermelon are one of those true fruits. So false fruit, the whole thalamus is converting into ovary. True fruit, ovary is being converted into fruit formation. Thalamus is consisting of the fruit formation, ovary involves in the fruit formation. True and false kind of fruits. There are third kind of a particular fruits which basically are called as parthenocarpy. Yes, there are certain fruits which basically is formed without the fertilization. Yes, there are certain kind of a fruits which does not involve the fertilization. That is what I was telling you. Yes, there are certain plants which do not require fertilization, and when they do not fertilization but still they make fruit, those are called false, those are called parthenocarpic fruits. Yes, those are called as parthenocarpic fruits. And these kind of a fruits, they do not have seeds, they lack seed, and growth hormone can be used to promote parthenocarpy. The reason, yes, Okay. Okay children, talking about the parthenocarpy in which the fruits developed without deep fertilization. Yes, and children, in this there is no seed present inside the fruit. What could be the better example of a false fruit, which is the banana and the grapes. Hi everyone, I have seen your messages, but please concentrate on this learning. Yes, talking about the parthenocarpy, yes, there are certain fruits which exist which do not involve the fertilization. Yes, what is parthenocarpy? Parthenocarpy in which there is a formation of the fruit without the fertilization, without the fusion of gametes. In such kind of a fruits children, there is no seed, there is no seed formation, there is no seed, absence of seed is there. And the examples of parthenocarpic fruits are banana and grapes. Yes, the banana and the grapes are the examples of parthenocarpy. So there is a possibility of having fruits even after, before, if there is no fertilization which is being taking place. Yes, we can have fruits without fertilization. Yet the fertilization is necessary if we want to have seeded fruits. The seed formation is totally related to the fruits which are responsible, which are forming because of the fertilization. But if we want seedless fruits, only growth hormones will lead to the formation of the seedless fruits. Yes, so this is about the fruits: false fruit, true fruit, and of course the parthenocarpy. Clear now? What is parthenocarpy? What is true fruits? What is false fruits? Okay, so let's solve a quiz over here. Next we have a quick quiz over here. Next, fruit in which thalamus contributes to the fore formation. What we called in which the thalamus is contributing towards the fruit formation. What according to you is that kind of a fruit? Yes, what according to you is a kind of a fruit in which the thalamus is converting into the formation of the fruit? Yes? No, that is not the correct answer. True fruits are formed because of the ovary, fertilized ovary. Yes? What according to you is responsible for the fruit formation? Yes? Yes, the correct answer would be the false fruits. Yes, those are called false fruit only because they are, the whole thalamus is converting into a fruit. Yes, there is no absence of fertilization. Yes, so those are called false fruit. True fruits are absolutely which the ovary is being converted into a fruit. Next question we have seed dormancy. What is a seed dormancy, children? Dormant, the word itself is very clear. When we talk about the dormant, when we talk about the word dormant, dormant means inactive. Yes. What is seed dormancy? So children, the seed dormancy is a state of inactivity under unfavorable condition. Yes, the seed is not ready to germinate under the unfavorable condition. In such condition, we call the seed as seed dormancy. Yes, when there is a seed dormancy, there is a no function, there is no metabolic activity, or I would say the metabolic activity slows down at 10 to 15% moisture by less in seeds and only germinate when the conditions are favorable. The seeds become dormant when the conditions are not favorable. They slow down the metabolic activity, they do not germinate until the conditions are favorable. So what are the favorable conditions for the seed activity or seed breaking of the seed dormancy? We need good amount of moisture, oxygen and the right amount of temperature to basically lead to the development of the or breaking of the seed dormancy. As we click on the seed, next we have, so this is how, if you click on the seed, let's see how it is basically germinating. Yes, so this is a hypocotyl, this is a seed coat, as you can see children, this is a leaf, this is a whole development taking place when the particular conditions are favorable. Yes, this is how a plant or a seed germinate when the conditions are favorable. So the seed dormancy only break when the conditions are favorable for the seed development. Otherwise, the seed remains dormant for a very long time. To have a favorable condition, we need good amount of moisture, right amount of oxygen and the right amount of temperature. And this is how your seed germinates during favorable conditions. Clear? Yes. What is seed dormancy? How basically it is being broken down? So this is how we basically break down the seed. Clear? Moving forward, next we have advantages of seed. So what are the advantages of seed? Talking about the advantages of seed, children, the seed shield the embryo from harmful environment and factors, because the seeds have seed coats. Yes, we have already discussed about the seed structure. They have seed coat which basically protecting the embryo, shielding the embryo from the harmful environmental factors. They give the developing embryo a food and the parental care. Yes, of course, for a proper development, for the proper growth and development, it properly needs good amount of nourishment. So there is a healthy plant basically can germinate. Seed dispersal helps the plant to colonize in a new area. Yes, whenever there you see a certain type of plants growing in a particular area, that is only possible because of the seed dispersal. In that particular area, that particular seed have dispersed in the long ranges, and that is why those particular plants have grown like a colony in that area. Yes, and seeds are absolutely necessary for the agriculture. You know that yes, we won't be able to have our food, vegetables and XYZ because the seeds are totally responsible for our food. Yes, so these are the advantages of the seed. Nothing to be told, this is a very basic thing that what are the advantages of seed. Yes, next we have a question for you, quick question for you. The residual persistent nucellus is known as perisperm. True or false? What do you think a persistent nucellus is called? Persistent nucellus is known as perisperm. True or false? Persistent nucellus is called perisperm. Just now we have discussed about it. What is perisperm? Yes, it is true, children. Why it has to be false? Perisperm is different from albuminous and non-albuminous or ex-albuminous. Perisperm is nothing but the residues of nucellus. That is why it is true. It is not false. It's completely true. Next we have another question. Okay, we are towards the end of our particular session where we have discussed in detail about the seed and the fruit formation in detail. So yes, what are seeds? These are basically the final product of the sexual reproduction. The seed shield the embryo and from the extreme environmental factors. They give developing embryo nourishment and parental care. Yes, the seed have seed coats, cotyledont, embryonal axis. The type of seed existing are endospermic seed, non-endospermic seeds. Endospermic seeds, yes, endospermic seeds is basically are those which have residual endosperms, while the non-endospermic seeds which have no residual endosperms. Talking about the fruits and the ripened ovaries, type of fruits basically present in true false parthenocarpy. Yes, the true fruits are developing from the embryo, false fruit developed from the thalamus, and the parthenocarpy development of the fruit without fertilization. Next we have seed dormancy, which is state of inactivity of the seed. We have already discussed how to break the seed dormancy. The right amount of moisture, oxygen and temperature is present. Yes. So next we can basically talk about how you ever squeezed in orange seeds. We are going to talk about epimixis and polyembryony in detail. Yes, children, let me introduce you to this. This is the Embibe app. Please download it from the App Store. What you have to do, just click on this. Go for the school examination CBSE. 12 CBSE, select your language and land on this page. As you click on this page, home page button, you will land on Embibe live classes. Next we have, these are the current classes going on. Next, these are the upcoming classes for today. And next we have, next we are going to start with the DNA. Molecular genetics, yes, in detail, so do not forget to register your classes. And the last we have Embibe Lens app. You can download this app, scan the text, and it will see everything. It will highlight the keyword and see everything in the 3D. We'll meet again at the same timing with the another session. Until then, take care, keep imbibing. Bye bye.
Keep imbibing. We believe in you.